Sneasler is the evolution of Hisuian Sneasel that was available to use in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Upon hearing that his distant cousin Weavile had its powerful options Knockoff and Triple Axel forcibly taken away, and has also been outclassed by the new Dark Ice Pokemon Chien-Pao, Sneasler is on its way to the Paldea region to avenge his family. Chien-Pao had better watch out, because Sneasler is among the most powerful Hisuian Pokemon coming to Gen 9 with the release of Pokemon Home. Let's take a look at why. I've made videos already about some of the other Hisui Pokemon, such as Lilligant, Basculegion, and Kleavor. Check those out if you're interested, and I'd appreciate it if you liked the video and subscribed to the channel for more informative content about the upcoming Hisui Pokemon, and more. Sneasler is a Pokemon that I knew would be fantastic as soon as I saw it. Its offensive stats are great, its physical move pool is vast, it has good boosting options, decent defensive stats considering its speed and offensive power, and most notably of all, the excellent ability Unburden. Unburden is an ability that doubles your speed after you consume or lose your held item. This ability can make for a great win condition. That double speed along with an offensive boosting move allows a Pokemon to sweep the game. Pokemon that have gotten this ability in the past have been pretty weak stats-wise. Holuchu is the most prominent example, a Pokemon that has seen a lot of usage in OU as a win condition off the back of Unburden. Even with a pretty low attack stat, the game-ending power of Unburden made Holuchu a solid and competitive option. Another example was Slurpuff, a lower tier Pokemon with pretty poor stats, that sometimes saw usage in OU as a sweeper due to Unburden. With Belly Drum and Citrus Berry, it could end games if it got any opportunity to set up. So, Pokemon that are pretty weak can be thrust into viability just for having Unburden. Well, Sneasler has Unburden, and it also has stats that rival some of the top threats in Gen 9 OU at the moment. There is no doubt that Sneasler is going to be an absolute game-ending monster. With consumable items like the Terrain Seeds or a simple Citrus Berry to activate Unburden, on top of that very high attack, access to Swords Dance, and the new mechanic Terastallize, which can enhance your coverage or allow you another turn to set up, Sneasler is going to tear through teams with no remorse. Terra Flying plus Acrobatics is an obvious strong combo that we've seen Pokemon like Roaring Moon use already. Terra Blast Ice looks like a good option too. Popular physical check Landorus Therian will be returning, and looks like it'll be a solid switch-in against Sneasler. With Ice coverage, you'll be able to fill that gap nicely and defeat something that should be a counter to keep your sweep going. We haven't even talked about Sneasler's signature move yet. This move genuinely shocked me when I first found out what it did. Dire Claw is an 80 power poison type physical move with a 50% chance to inflict one of 3 status effects: Sleep, Poison, or Paralyze. This is one of the strongest moves I have ever heard of. Moves with secondary effects have always been great in competitive Pokemon. Attacking and having a chance to inflict a high impact status effect is very powerful. Scald has been one of the most prominent moves in Pokemon history because of its decent power, along with the 30% chance to inflict burn. Even Pokemon that resist water, or otherwise threaten you, could be completely crippled by the high burn chance. A 50% chance to inflict a status effect is extremely high. The worst of the 3 status effects is Poison, but even that is still advantageous. Sludge Bomb is a move with a 30% poison chance, and that's a pretty nice effect itself. Paralyze is an amazing status effect that completely cripples many Pokemon by lowering their speed and reducing their chances to hit. But the craziest thing about this move is that it can inflict Sleep. Sleep is enormous, completely removing a Pokemon from the game temporarily. Sleep is so powerful that there is a sleep clause in place in competitive games that restricts you from being able to sleep more than one Pokemon on the enemy team. A stab move having a pretty decent chance to inflict sleep is just insane. Imagine switching your Landorus Therian in, a Pokemon that completely checks Sneasler, and just getting put to sleep, effectively removed from the game, unable to respond to the Unburden boosted, game-ending threat in front of you. At least Steel types are immune to this, but then your other stab type is Fighting, which is super effective against Steel. Unburden will be the premier set on this Pokemon, but even a set with its other ability, Poison Touch, sounds good. Sneasler does not need Unburden to get things done. If you chuck Boots on this thing, and use it as a fast pivoting threat with U-turn. Having a 30% poison chance on all of your U-turns sounds pretty nice. U-turn is one of the freest clicks in the game, with its decent power and the ability to pivot after using it and respond to anything. A 30% poison chance on top of all that will make U-turn even more free and spammable than it already is. The power of Dire Claw will make this set solid as well. You can't go wrong with fishing for status effects while also doing big damage. Choice Band or Choice Scarf will probably be solid options on this set as well, especially with access to Switcheroo. Sneasler is furious about what happened to Weavile in Generation 9, and has been training in the Hisui region for months to avenge his distant cousin. Once this Pokemon arrives, nobody will be safe from its reign of terror. This thing is going to dominate, and there's little we can do about it. Sneasler is a made guy, and Chien-Pao isn't. And there's nothing Chien-Pao can do about that. It's gonna have to just sit there and take it. Sneasler, along with Basculegion, are the two Pokemon that I'm almost certain will dominate in Gen 9. But what do you think? Will Sneasler fail his revenge mission? What Hisuian Pokemon are you frightened of facing after Pokemon Home releases? And what would you like me to talk about next? Let me know down below in the comments, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel for more Gen 9 gameplay, discussion, and informative content. Thank you to the patrons. If you'd like to see a team that you built feature in one of my videos, or request a video topic for me to cover, take a look at my Patreon link in the description for more information.
The money got different, 'cause of what I'm spending. The money got different,
oh, it's
'cause of what I'm
Megaphone!
spending.
Whoa,
The money
KO'd
got
by
different,
one hit! It
'cause
scattered
of what I'm
spikes!
spending. The money got different, 'cause of what I'm spending.